you feel like you are putting yourself first rather than other people and honoring what you want. So I'll tell you what you rated yourself back then, 3 out of 10.
I can believe that.
And you felt you were not learning anything. You said success would be your future self, where you're in a senior position, CIO, well regarded, colleagues come and talk to you, which they do. You want to feel confident and you want to be in a happy environment. You want to help yourself. You want to let go of things or let things go. And then I can't read my handwriting for what I said in number two. So, looks like, oh, sorry. Don't know what I wrote. Sounding? Hmm. Anyway, so that's what you said for personal growth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can definitely say that where I was then versus now,
Mm,
I can, I'm definitely feeling miles better.
mm-hmm.
Um, I think, and that, I guess it's always easy to say that if you're at a low point, even a small step up feels like a big leap.
Mm,
But I feel that even that big leap through a small step, I've
mm,
been able to sort of push beyond that, and rather than just be complacent saying, oh, actually, going from 3 to 5 is still a healthy increase.
mm.
Uh, it's no, this is kind of I'm happy gone I've gone a long way further.
Yeah, huge. I mean, also like moving from London to Dubai, honoring, asking for what you want, I almost see it as like you've gone from playing small and putting other people first to going, no, this is my worth. This is what I want. I'm stepping into confidence. I'm asking for what I'm willing to walk away and I will walk away. And you did walk away, and then people come chasing you.
Yeah,
And you've gotten what you
exactly.
wanted. And now,
Yeah,
what I love what you just shared is like you not walked, moved to Dubai. And I think you're starting to realize that actually you like your alone time and that energizes you, invigorates you. And I think that's so beautiful because your whole life you've put other people first and other things and activities that maybe were not congruent to what you want, right?
yeah,
And I
can't
think
agree
this
more.
relates to, sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I can't agree more with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this relates now to career, right? Because of exactly what I just said. So I'm curious, what would you rate yourself for career now out of 10?
I think I'd say I'm at 8 again,
Hmm. Okay.
career-wise. Um,
Talk to me.
I think previously I felt I was I'd hit a ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, wasn't really getting anywhere. No matter how hard I worked, I felt wasn't really being recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just decided, you know what, I'm not going to be one of the sort of worker drones
Mm-hmm.
anymore. I just, I have to, I can't let that carry on
Mm-hmm.
because I just knew I was gonna have regrets,
Mm-hmm.
and it was affecting my personal life, my family life. So I had to flip that. Um, but I had to flip that for me. Yes, I should say I wanted to flip that for family life and my personal life as well. But first and foremost, I needed to change it for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
rest of it would organically fall in place, which it
Mm-hmm.
has.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so just being able to change that dynamic on the
Mm-hmm.
career front for me made a huge difference.
What do you feel like is the gap? Why not a 10 out of 10?
Um, no, the I would say that's because I've taken this big step, but I think I'm still trying to find that final step
Mm-hmm.
as to yes, I've definitely sort of gone from And I said this earlier, where I'm now almost afraid I may not be able to work for anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now it's to say, okay, if I want to work for myself, what am I going to become?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Tell me about that when you say, what am I going to become? Is it what you do, or who are you going to become?
on two fronts. So one will be what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and how do I go forward with my life, and what do I build my career in? It's clearly going to
Mm-hmm.
be something finance related because I do enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more if what I do becomes a firm that is mine, and I want to then look at it as how do I see the culture
Mm-hmm.
of what I'm going to be of a firm that I've created,
Mm-hmm.
so that that culture does not repeat the same issues I had when I was building my career.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be, I think I'm losing words over here. I wanted to be encouraging. I wanted to be, um, yeah, I just want
Like empowering.
others, empowering for others
Mm-hmm.
to, one, they should know that they always have growth prospects.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't want to be best buddies with everyone, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just for them to be aware that, you know what, if you want to speak up, and you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to, I'm still learning on that bit, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's to be able to sort of take a step back and appreciate that everybody is dealing with their own anxieties. I
Mm-hmm.
went through all of mine, and now I've managed to come out of it in a better way.
Mm-hmm.
And but it took me a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the impact of if I'm create an encouraging environment, an empowering environment for people, they come out of it sooner. Maybe they go on to do great things
Mm-hmm.
for themselves and for the so then it's kind of the almost like a paid forward
Yeah.
type concept that I've got in my head.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of things on that, you we're always learning, right? There's always lessons, there's always growth, and I think you've come a long way in that. And awareness, the fact that you're aware, like awareness is the first step to change. I always say that. And you'll now that it's in your prefrontal cortex, you're aware of it, you're conscious, you're gonna always like think about it. Okay. I didn't ask you the same question with personal growth. Why not a 10 out of 10 for personal growth? Where do you feel like the gap is?
I think because I think I've broken through on several levels,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I still need there are still a few bits
Mm-hmm.
where I a small event may make me regress.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that little bit at the end where
Mm-hmm.
these whilst I'm able to ignore most
Mm-hmm.
of these small events and just move on, there are times when there might be something which is a trigger, and I wouldn't be able to even give you an example unless I really experienced it. But
Okay.
it would be a trigger where then that would get me doubting myself and starting to regress. Um,
So
but
it's the triggers that you want to be able to work on.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And maybe something to reflect on. We don't have time to go into it in detail, but what are those triggers? And um, what I'll say to that as well is there's no human that doesn't get triggered by things. And I think the human experience, is to become aware of those triggers and to shorten the time frame. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it refractory period. The shorter time frame that you have in reacting to something, the better you're becoming and mastering that trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what you said. You said 5 out of 10. So you've gone from a five out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. You said success would be a leader in a large organization such as CIO, 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 yeah. investing in a variety of sectors and delivering growth. So yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. So I think in I think the pivot on the career path has come where as part of a large organization to now saying, actually, I want to be my own boss.
Well, actually,
So
what I didn't read is that I wrote CIO, CEO. So, what's interesting is now you want to be the CEO of your own boss, your own business.
yeah,
It's funny, sometimes things work out in different ways. And I always say, like, the beauty of this journey is your goal that you set at the beginning will probably evolve and change as you evolve and change.
yeah,
And so, like, initially, your perception of success was CIO or CEO, thinking the next step was in an organization. But now you've come around and gone, really like this alone time and me time, and I want to be the custodian of my own business and my own, CEO. So, okay.
yeah.
Um, oh, that's funny. How bizarre. I wrote, maybe you had changed it. I wrote financial, but further down, I wrote physical environment. So,
I think I recall this, and I think I initially I think I said that career and financial were interlinked.
yeah.
So
Because
I
also
chose.
I don't feel like financial would have been something that you wanted to prioritize. Okay, well, let's go with physical environment. Um, well, because I don't have a number for the other one. You only give a number for physical environment. What would you rate yourself? I actually think I'm kind of glad it was physical environment, given that you moved. What would you rate yourself for physical environment now out of
I
10?
think I would say I'm at 9.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I mean, there is still that one little step remaining, but I feel that's because I'm less than a year into the new physical environment. But
Did you know that you wanted to move to Dubai when we started working together in
no,
December 24?
no,
Wow. Do you
I
know
was just kind of.
what you wrote? You wrote success would be where you live, where you work, and the country and culture you're in. Do you want to know what you rated yourself? Four
Yeah,
out of 10.
mhm. I can believe that. Um,
Wow.
I think, but I will say that that little bit, physical environment. Just keep in mind that obviously when you and I had that conversation in the early months, the weather was pretty horrid,
Yeah.
and I think that immediately sort of had a different view,
Yeah.
a different
But that
change the
adds to it,
mindset.
right? That adds
Yeah,
to, I mean, the same for me, like I'm that's why I moved. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So I think yeah, with the physical environment has definitely helped. Just the fact, I mean, every place has its pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
I think getting out of London definitely helped. The
Mm-hmm.
weather, change in weather helped, although I'm not
Mm-hmm.
a big fan of the heat, but
Mm-hmm.
just the environment's very different. Um, and like I said, there's pros and cons. I've now discovered that I don't want to be part of the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, Dubai is all about the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
But in having discovered myself that I don't need to be sheep following what everybody else is doing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to be my own person.
You can
Say,
still
you know what?
be
Yeah,
your own
exactly.
individual in Dubai doing your own thing, right? Not everyone has to
Exactly.
follow doing this, follow the herd. So I
Yeah.
would love, okay, so this kind of wraps up the review. I would love for you to celebrate this in some way, shape, or form for you. Do something for you where you honor the investment you made in this experience in working together in your success. From going from
Yeah.
3 out of 10 to 8 out of 10 in personal growth, from a 5 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10 in career, and 4 out of 10 to 9 out of 10 in physical environment. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's definitely, definitely. yeah, it's been one of those things where I think I always had it in me. I
Mm-hmm.
just needed the right sort of person nudging me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
especially, obviously, it's a different dynamic for
Mm-hmm.
me, where, as I sort of say this with my daughter as well. If I tell her to do something, the chances are she's not going to listen. But
Mm-hmm.
an, her, her, if another parent tells her to do something, she will listen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it works the same with me, where I think my father would have been encouraging me to do a lot of the things that I have done over these last 12, 18 months. But because it was coming from him, I probably would not have listened.
I know. And sometimes like, and do you know what? That's why you can't coach a family member or friend because there's biases, it's too close, there's triggers, all sorts of things. And it's good to have
Yeah,
an independent person to reflect and to keep you honest and to also help you
hold
to
you accountable.
see, yeah, hold you accountable and to help you to see what is already within you, like you said. And sometimes you just need different ways of like reflecting that and seeing that and starting to
Yeah,
unravel, peel back those layers to come home to where you're coming home to now, which I think is such a beautiful analogy actually, because
yeah,
it literally is a coming home back to you.